There we go. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Coffee with Father James. I am here in the foyer at the St. Peter's site. I've got my travel mug, I've got my coat on. You might be thinking, well, this is a bit odd. Here's the truth of it. We were going to shoot outside because it's a beautiful sunny day. The sky is blue, the sun is out. And so we went outside and it's blooming freezing. It's freezing outside. It must be close to like 0 degrees and there's a cutting wind. So I retreated into the foyer, still got my jacket on, still got my travel mug. So there's no real great significance to the travel mug other than the fact that this was a journey that was forfeited. So there you go. I want to speak to you today about the topic of leadership. It is said that for a parish to be renewed, a parish has to invest disproportionately in two things: evangelization and leadership. Those are the things that are going to make the difference. Now, there's another question that we could discuss at length, and that is, well, how well are we actually doing in those things in our parish? But aside from that question, I want to talk to you about the leadership piece. So there are two events going to be taking place in the next month that are our attempts to invest in leadership. The first thing is that as you watch this video in the coming week, a number of our parishioners are going to be leaving to go to a leadership conference in London, England. Now, this is a leadership conference that is put on by Holy Trinity Brompton Church, or by Alpha. This is the church that started Alpha. So the leadership conference has been going on for, I think, about 14, 15 years. And it gathers 4,000 to 6,000 Christian leaders from around the world, from different cultures, different countries, and from different Christian traditions. So you have it's a very much an ecumenical gathering, but there's always a fairly large contingent of Catholics. It's just a great chance to meet with and mingle with other Christian leaders and to learn from them, as well as gather together, have some powerful prayer together, and hear very inspiring, amazing talks. I've been going to these conferences for quite a while now. I'm on the board for Alpha International, and so I go over there for board meetings, and then we have the leadership conference. But every year for the last couple of years, I've always had groups of parishioners come over. Now, the group that's going over from our parish, there's about 11 of us in total, and a number of parishioners are paying their own way. They're covering the cost. And I was able, through a gracious and generous donor, we were able to provide some scholarships to a few other parishioners. And so for that reason, there's a group of us over there. So this coming week, please pray for us. The things really begin this weekend. As you're watching, there's a gathering in the Sunday afternoon. There's going to be Mass on the Sunday morning at one of the Divine Renovation parishes in London. I've been asked to do the homily at that Mass, and there's going to be some Divine Renovation parishes from around the world will be there. And then in the afternoon, there's a gathering for Catholics, all the Catholics going to this conference. And then there's another gathering for all the Canadians. I believe there's almost 300 Canadians are going to be at that conference as well. So it's going to be a wonderful experience. And my experience in the past is that when you bring staff members and parishioners to a conference like this, it's a tremendous blessing in the long term for our parish. So please pray for us. The other event I want to speak to you about is taking place on Saturday, June the 1st, and that is our next leadership summit here at our parish. We have leadership summits in our parish about 3 times a year, and it's a chance for us to gather with parishioners who are leading ministry, involved in ministry, and gather them together for some community building, for some reflection, some laughter, to share food together, to pray together, and to reflect together on the vision and mission of our parish, and also to focus on some leadership skills, how to help our parish leaders be better leaders. One of the pastoral priorities that the Pastoral Council has identified for this coming year is onboarding. What do we mean by onboarding? We mean, how do we help people onboard to ministry? How do we help people who are not involved in ministry identify where they're being called to serve? How do they identify the gifts they have and what could be the best use of their gifts? And how do we help them to get on board with ministry? See, to make that happen, it's not enough to, do a recruitment drive of sorts. We've also got to make sure that the ministries who are receiving people are able and willing to receive people and to receive people well. So those are the kind of things we're going to be talking about. How do we help your ministry get ready and prepared to welcome new people who are coming to serve? So that is the focus of the Leadership Summit on Saturday, June 1st. And I would like to just put a plug out there. If you're involved in a ministry in our parish, involved in leadership, please come on out. Please sign up for that experience. Just like the conference in London, these leadership summits are incredible experiences. And perhaps one of the things we'll do at that conference is we'll take some time to hear from the participants of the London conference just what an impact that experience had for them. So please pray for the group of 11 people from our parish who will be there in London. And also please pray for the upcoming Leadership Summit on June 1st. Thanks, everyone. God bless.